I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Texans come away with a 7-point win. And Andre Davis stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Jake the Snake Plumber went to the end zone 4 times and helped his Broncos beat the Chiefs. In the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, we had the Eagles come away with a brutal 18-point victory. Up in the HHH Metrodome, we had the Vikings put on a show and come out on top by 20. The Buccaneers booted in 3 field goals in their victory at Raleigh, Maryland. Jaguars, Bills. Reggie Williams is ready at the 31-yard line. Play gets underway, close coverage. Oh, now with a beautiful move, gets open, and it's a 6 spot. The Jaguars go on to win this by the final score of 32-27. The Cardinals won on the road and will now head home to meet the Patriots. Hines Ward had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. Troy Walters hauled in over 150 yards receiving and helped his Colts beat the Patriots. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Marquand Manuel will be moving on from his current address, and he gets a pretty good deal to do it. 6 years, $4.2 million, plus a $1.2 million signing bonus. Leonard Myers will also have a new address for a while as he signs a 4-year contract with the Dolphins. Jason Gilden is on the move, as you see, as he accepts a pretty good offer to leave his current club. 5 years, $15.5 million. Added on to that, a $3.1 million signing bonus. Mo Lewis will also be locked up for a while as he signs a healthy 6-year contract with the Packers.
Deep in Cajun country in New Orleans, we had the Saints come away with a 2-point nail-biting win. Packers, Panthers. Steve Smith, set to receive the kick at his own 20, actually will be inside his 20. It's at the 19. Gets a little wall to the right with a spin move, now goes back down the left-hand side, and they're sleeping on defense. He could go all the way, 81 yards. The Panthers win this one by the final score of 23-20. Down at Pro Player Stadium, we had the Dolphins come away with a 7-point win. The Bears' defense held their opponents to under 100 rushing yards in their win at Chicago. The Falcons won on the road and will now head home to meet the Rams. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. Luckily, we had a relatively injury-free week, which makes my job just that much easier. Kenan Forney is arguably the biggest name on this list. Tests at the stadium revealed a broken kneecap, so he'll be out for 14 weeks. So that'll do it for now. Boomer, back to you.
And last but not least, we had the Jets come away victorious. So as usual, plenty of surprises around the NFL, and heck, we just got into week 1. My primetime players' game balls go out to these gentlemen, each one with a fine start to the season. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.